Yes, good people, welcome back to the channel. So this is my latest purchase, a 2003 Volkswagen Golf 1.6 match, 5-door. I bought this locally at a car auction, and I paid £650 plus the fees, so it worked out just under 750 quid. So in today's market, the way prices are, that ain't a bad price at all. It's got 120,000 miles on the clock, or 119. It's been well maintained. It's got a lot of service history with it, lots of stamps in the book, lots of receipts. It's got a new set of tyres all round. She does have a few war wounds, a few little marks that we can touch in. I've actually got some touch-up pen in reflex silver, so we can sort that out. There's a little scrape on the arch there, again we can sort that out. There's also another little boo-boo on the front wing there, but again we can get rid of that rust, touch it in, and you won't even notice. But she is nice and straight. It's all original panels, all original paint. Yeah, very straight car, very honest Golf. A couple of years ago I probably could have picked one of these up for about 400 quid, but you know, prices now have gone crazy. In the UK, diesel prices are about £2 a litre. I've noticed petrol is starting to come down to about 160 in certain areas around Peterborough, Cambridgeshire way. We're not far from there, so my thoughts are maybe to ditch the diesel Mondeo, not sure yet, and go on to this, because these get about 40 to the gallon. Mondeo gets about 45, but you know, with the price of fuel, this will probably be more economical. Yeah, and it's a nice car. So this is an 03 plate Mk4 Golf. This is the last of the line. So another little boo-boo on the door there, little ding. Yeah, last of the line. So it's the match, which they basically put a lot of extras on. So you got electric windows all round. It's got the basic steering wheel, the basic seats, but they really are comfortable. We've got air conditioning, which is ice cold. We got a CD player and a tape cassette. So we got a CD player and a tape cassette on these, which is pretty cool for us retro freaks. I like using cassettes. It's got air conditioning, which is ice cold. You've got ESP, which is another feature on the match. Heated rear window. Yeah, not a lot in the way of too many electronics in the car, but you know, it's an old car, it's quite basic, but it's still got a few little modern luxuries. I'll just flick the ignition on. I drove it back from the auction last night. Oh, turn the radio off, and it ain't going to show me now, is it? No, it's reset. I was getting about 50 to the gallon. I was doing about 50 miles an hour on a single carriageway, and yeah, easily getting 50 to the gallon. So there's the mileage, 119.78, just come up to 120. There's no warning lights on currently. She runs good, revs up nicely, but yesterday an engine light did come on, and it was misfire on cylinder 1. I reset the code, it went off, and then it come back on again this morning. So my suspicion is it's just the ignition coil for cylinder 1. What I'll do, I'll swap it over to the number 2 coil and just see if it moves over to number 2. If it does, then I know it's the coil. It's definitely not anything mechanical, it's just a electrical gremlin. So there's no reading lights on these ones, but I'm pretty sure I've got a set of reading light switches for these. Another little feature I like with the Golfs, it's got these little sun visors, so when you're driving along you don't get the sun glaring in your eyes. But yeah, she is a very clean car, very honest condition. Again, a few little marks. But yeah, in terms of the tyres, they are a new set of tyres. The brakes are okay all the way around. The wheels are a bit corroded. They tend to do go on these after being what, nearly 20 years old. It's got VW mud flaps all the way around, which I'll take off and stick on eBay because I don't like them. But like I say, she is a very clean car. A few little touches up here and there, and she'll be looking prim and proper. Suspension's got a nice height. I've had a few of these before where they sit low at the back, but this is yeah, this has been well maintained. Like I say, there's a lot of history of it. It's got a whole new exhaust system on it. Yeah, she does look nice. And on to the boot. She's nice and clean in there. I did give it a wash and a bit of a hoover earlier on. Anybody who hasn't had a Golf before, you may not know this. When you lift up the boot carpet, there's a little hook just under the parcel shelf, so you can get to your spare wheel. So all the toolkit's in there, locking wheel nut, tyres in good order, plenty of air in it, and there's all your information about the car. That's your paint code if you need it. It's a LA7W. This is reflex silver, very common on these Golfs, which is handy because if you need a new bumper or a new wing or a door, there's plenty of used ones in good condition available, which if some of your arches are rusting out, you can pick them up in silver pretty cheap. But yeah, the headlights are in good nick, no damage on them. It did have headlight protectors on, but I don't really like the look of them. I'm taking them off. It's had a new windscreen in the last year with the top tint. So yeah, I think she's a good buy. And it's nice to have working air conditioning, because a lot of these, they play up and don't work. But yeah, driving her back, she was nice and smooth, no knocks, no rattles, the brakes were good, felt really tight on the steering and suspension, as it should. It's a sign of a good car. And in the back, plenty of room in there. She's nice and clean again. Got headrests in the back, parcel shelf. Like I say, I did give it a bit of a hoover earlier on. Found a couple of screws, which are not sure what they're from. And there was also a packet of rivets down the side of the seat. Now that door card is not sitting on right. I need to take that off and put it on correctly. It's not been hooked over, and there were some marks where there's some tape. So I'm wondering if the window regulator broke and I've replaced it and not fitted the trim properly, but that'd be another little job we'll sort out. I prefer these a lot more to modern Golfs. Nice classic design. I do want to change that steering wheel to the 3-spoke GTI one, because these have that horrible plastic coating on the actual wheel itself, and I prefer the leather GTI ones. So that would be a mod that we'll do. Yeah, classic design. So let's have a little look under the bonnet. The 1.6 litre 16 valve engine. And there she is. I didn't bother cleaning under the engine bay. I will do that at a later date, but yep, the coolant's looking good. Let's say it's got good service history. Unfortunately, I've not found anything on the timing belt yet. There was a sticker there from 2011, but I'll take this cover off, have a look at the cam belt and see if it needs replacing. If it does, I'll sort that out. On these models, there's no airbox down here where there normally is, like on a diesel or a 2 litre. It's actually built into the cover there, so you've got nice easy access down to the gearbox there. I've also noticed that the gearbox mount is a little bit worn out, but they're easy to change and pretty cheap. Yeah, she's all good. She's all good. It was last serviced at 116,000 miles, which was 2 years ago, so it's only done just over 3,000 miles in 2 years. It's had 3 owners from new. The last one bought it at the start of the year, so 2 owners have had it for nigh on 20 years. And I'm wondering if the last owner bought it, couldn't work out why the engine light kept coming on, and flipped it, so, and moved it on. But I'm pretty handy with these Golfs. I know quite a bit about them, so it should hopefully be an easy fix, fingers crossed. Yeah, 1.6 would be good enough for me. So that'll probably do for today. Let me know what you think in the comment section below, and stay tuned for some more videos on this, and we'll hopefully get that misfire sorted out. So for watching, give the video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all soon. Peace. I almost forgot. cup holders. Yeah.